Hi everyone, Jorisar here with the battle report from the final Group A match from the playoffs of Apex Season 2. We have Lunatic-Hai, who were put down here by Runaway in their opening match, going up against Kongdoo Uncia, who are in the Deciders match courtesy of their 3-2 hard-fought win over Envious. Only one team can join Runaway in the semi-finals. Let's find out who. The Group A Decider match started on Lighthouse and had Whoru instantly taking control of the match, facing off and winning against Birdring in a duel, then saving the point from an Uncia onslaught with his Dragon Blade, preventing the point from flipping away from his team's control. Ruins looked just as grim for Kongdoo Uncia, falling behind by 99% again. Thankfully, Birdring was able to convert his Dragon Blade into a double kill on the Lunatic-Hai supports, giving his team the opportunity to climb back from behind. It continued to be Birdring that had the crucial plays when Kongdoo needed it most. His Dragon Blade came out again as they were attempting to even the score, and in the final team fight, claimed 3 kills with his ultimate to bring the fight to well. Lunatic-Hai looked to shake off the previous submap and started off strong again, climbing to over 90% before losing the point. They had saved all their ultimates for the retake, but in disastrous form, Whoru's Nanoblade got slept by Lucid and Birdring's cleaned house. Uncia continued to push for a repeat of Ruins, coming all the way back from a deficit, and they had the advantage in the final moments thanks to Birdring yet again. The best blade, however, belonged to Whoru, who ended Birdring's reign of terror and continued to achieve a triple kill. The work he did was just enough for Lunatic-Hai to regain footing and control of the point, closing out the map for an early lead in the best-of-5 series. The defense of Lunatic-Hai stuffed initial pushes from the offense at the start of King's Row. Famous for his honor play, Ryujehong didn't disappoint, landing multiple sleep darts but none more impressive than the shutdown of Birdring, allowing Esca to pick up the defensive triple kill with his TAC visor, which greatly delayed the eventual capture of point A. The defense stayed aggressive, making Butcherr and company fight for every inch of payload progress while the clock bled dry. In a final attempt to reach the second checkpoint, Butcherr tried to set his team up with a great graviton, but the lack of follow-up and counter kills from Whoru's Dragon Blade tilted the team fight to the defense, and Kongdoo had to prepare to defend a singular progress point. It had been a while since we've seen Whoru on Farah and Esca on Mei, but Lunatic-Hai broke out one of their signature compositions from the group stage, and it worked out stellar. Whoru focused rockets onto every discorded target that Ryujehong debuffed, and the cart was in motion in no time at all. With the golden rectangle of victory already within reach, all 6 members of Lunatic-Hai stood tall on the cart ready to face the final team fight. The Kongdoo defense approached timidly, actually too timidly, and Zunba saw his chance. Dropping the graviton onto the defense who were too slow to get within range to contest, the grav kept them well and truly away from defending, and they weren't able to contest the cart at all, allowing the payload to get home without even a fight. We moved to Anubis, where the stingy defense of Lunatic-Hai begrudgingly yielded point A after burning time on the clock to dig their heels in on point B. Every promising attack from Kongdoo was answered in kind by fantastic ult economy of the defense doling out counters and stalling the point capture when needed, limiting Kongdoo Uncia to little progress by the time their time bank emptied. That ended the round with just the point A capture. Now on the defense, Kongdoo Uncia knew they had to fight for their lives to stay in this match without getting swept, but they failed in mere moments to put up any defense for point A. An early pick left them without Butcherr on Winston, and the rest of the defense collapsed quickly without the man advantage. With over 7 minutes now required to force a draw, the daunting task began for Kongdoo. Lunatic-Hai refused to use ultimates in the first couple of attempts at point B, saving up for a massive 6-man ult bank. Kongdoo in turn recognized the lack of ult usage, and they themselves saved for a full bank. This resulted in a massive fight of 12 total ultimates in a brute force showdown with the defense winning out. Lucid continued to be the sole factor in shutting down Whoru's game-changing Dragon Blades, landing 2 sleep darts during fights keeping him out of the way, eventually prompting the swap onto Roadhog. The shattered ult economy left Lunatic-Hai with an overtime push that finally looked promising until Birdring went on a clutch double-kill rampage as Tracer and delayed long enough for reinforcements to push out the remaining attackers, thus sending us to a tiebreaker King of the Hill. The early control capture on Oasis went to Lunatic-Hai, but the tunnel vision from Whoru proved fatal for the team fight, focusing on Lucid and chasing him far beyond what was wise, and even burning his Dragon Blade, only to get slept yet again by the Ana that had his number all night. Lunatic-Hai bounced back strong in the following teamfight, and utilized a Graviton Surge from Zunba that set up Esca, who had been quiet during these playoff series, with the Deadeye to land a double kill, then rolling to flashbang headshot for a third and fourth on Dance's Ryujehong and Birdring's Tracer, in an incredible moment for the star player, exactly when his team needed him the most. With their backs now firmly against the wall, Kongdoo knew they had to make something happen before the opportunity slipped away. Keeping the match in overtime, they let loose with the nano boost, only for Panker to be put to sleep. The sound barrier was the last hope to keep them in the teamfight, but it didn't save Lucid from Whoru's Dragon Blade, finally exacting his long-awaited revenge. Lunatic-Hai swept the point clean afterwards and secured their tiebreaker win, giving them the 3-0 shutout to send them into the semi-finals of Apex Season 2. So that's that. After stuttering in their first match, Lunatic-Hai have a resounding 3-0 to send them on their way to the semi-finals. To watch the next video, click here, and to subscribe to the channel, click here. Thanks for your likes and comments on the video in the meantime, and don't forget to share. I'll see you guys in Group B.